Non mais c'est pas grave, Megan, là je vais refaire le jeu... refaire le jeu du début. Ouais, c'est ça, le PC c'est complètement indigné en fait. Il a fait non, mais je veux pas jouer à ça en live, mes couilles. De toute façon, j'ai plus de sauvegarde, il me semble. Oui, bon, c'est tout le premier épisode, c'était juste pour faire mes réglages pour voir si ça marchait. Donc on est parti. Voilà, c'est lui là, c'est dit super-héros, aucune personnalité, j'espère qu'il évolue. Je suis Tyrion, les gens du Nord n'oublieront jamais. Je connais pas les traductions, je suis pas un grand fan de Game of Thrones. Vous allez me jeter des cailloux, et on est parti dans le jeu 1.
The trout in the tower, the wolves on the fish, and they all ran away. The trout, he flopped off and out of town. Two weddings, two beddings, brought on by beheadings, the night he comes to me. Two weddings, two beddings, brought on by beheadings, get all in happily.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's soul
Merci,
will
Bluester.
say itself, you know.
Wow, est-ce que je vais y arriver? Sélectionnez, cliquez pour prendre votre épée. Là? Merde.
Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it.
Plurp. Ce vieux bruit dégueulasse. quoi.
Proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
I will. You'll see.
Of course, your lordship. After you take your rightful place on the Iron Throne.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent.
You think he's lying?
Nor never lets the truth stand in the way of a good story.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What did I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
But not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story. It grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field ploughed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield.
T'es une sous-merde.
Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
C'est une carafe infinie?
To Robb Stark, the king in the north.
Merci, cancer colorectal.
On Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard.
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
On dirait John DiMaggio, quoi.
To the Lannisters.
Là, ça veut rien dire ce que je vais dire, quoi.
Winter is coming.
Ok, il répète n'importe quoi. J'aime les crevettes.
Garrett,
Sure, ouais.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now. Something must be done.
What do you mean?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
I seek nothing, my lord. Serving a noble house such as yours is reward enough.
You're far too modest, Garrett.
Whatever you believe is best, my lord.
There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett. Your hard work has paid off.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Merci, Yof Ballypump, pour ton prout.
Can you give me a hand? Come on.
Une bonne entrée en
Get
matière.
up to you.
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you. So?
J'essaie de la jouer humble.
You should help me.
Putain, ça va la cruche quoi. On va servir André le géant ou quoi?
Fetch more wine, rub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much. This is a job for a pig farmer. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding.
Not me.
What?
Tomorrow I ride with Roderick and Lord Forrester.
Sir Gerard the fucking Great. Unbelievable. Maybe if my uncle were Castellan, I'd be getting promoted too.
Who my uncle is, that's nothing to do with it.
He's got Lord Forrester's ear, doesn't he? I'm sure it didn't hurt.
How much further?
Well, it's right over there.
Les nœuds purpres. Spoiler.
Take your time. You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood. Fucking phrase. Nice night for a wedding. Not that he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters. Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Gerard.
Si on l'appelait Carotte.
What's wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd.
We need to get back. Now.
They're fine, they can wait.
No, you don't understand. We need to go.
And take the fucking flagon already.
Surtout avoir l'air cool.
What's wrong with him? Something the matter.
Mais pas du tout, y a pas d'embuscade, de problème.
You go if you're in such a rush. But what about? What the hell was that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? There's no need to fucking run.
We have to warn the others.
Warn them about what?
There's no time to explain. We need to find Roderick. He's out there by himself.
over here. Ça va couper, chérie.
Fuck! We need to get back to camp.
Tu crois? Ah, t'es nul. Cure. Oh putain, des QTE, ça commence fort. C'est lui, Roderick.
Garrett, we have to get back.
Très bizarre son moment. Ah! Ah! Qu'est-ce que je dois faire? Qu'est-ce que je dois faire? Tiens! Ah! Ah! Il y en a un qui me court après avec une lance.
Whoa! Shoot that one!
Ça va que c'est pas... Ok, premier fail. Alors, je tiens à vous dire tout de suite, en fait, je peux pas... Enfin, j'arrive pas à lire le chat en même temps que je joue, c'est un petit peu compliqué. Je vais descendre l'écran parce que depuis tout à l'heure, je vois que ça vous fait une espèce de ligne noire dégueulasse. Voilà. Donc je peux pas forcément lire le chat parce qu'apparemment vous avez l'air super actif et moi j'essaie de rester concentré. Donc si vous voulez que je lise ce que vous dites, n'hésitez pas à faire des dons de 200 € minimum. En dessous de 200 €, je lis pas ce que vous dites. Alors attends, concentration.
Ready, boys! Whoa!
Ou abonnez-vous à ma chaîne YouTube, ça marche aussi. Alors, ça c'est long, c'est maîtrisé. Boum. Alors le black. Ah. Merci bien. Ah, arrête de courir, ça arrive vers toi, tu con. Est-ce que tu peux aller plus lentement? Raté. Allez. Oh putain. Ah putain. Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? Qu'est-ce qu'il faut faire? Ah. Tiens, reste là. La violence absolue, quoi. Aïe! Non, reste là, cheval.
Garrett, did you find Roderick?
Il est pas frais.
Speak up, Garrett.
The Freys. They slaughtered him, my lord.
Find a weapon, quickly!
En fait, je mettrai ça sur mon YouTube si j'arrive à trouver comment on exporte de Twitch. Parce que là, j'enregistre pas pour sauver le processeur. Ah, c'était bien le moment de se faire les yeux doux.
You fucking traitor!
Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Seven hells.
We have to keep
Vous êtes
moving, my lord.
blessé.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Well, the phrase says time. Don't run.
Est-ce que tu aurais un bouchon?
this with your life. Return it to Ironrath, where it belongs. There's no time to waste.
J'ai pas envie.
I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors. You have to go.
You're welcome to the fucking torch.
There's still time, my lord. We can both
You
get...
must go.
My lord,
By the gods, you will obey me. Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those foresters.
Go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters.
Ah ouais, carrément.
With love from Walter Frey.
Barre-toi. Je prends un strike sur YouTube, c'est générique et striké, ça y est tu le sens, copyright. Copyright, copyright. Enfin bon voilà, le début du premier épisode, donc on est... Comment il s'appelle? Gérard? Non. Gareth, qui doit aller avertir le cousin de Jean-Philippe qu'il faut protéger le bosquet. Voilà. Faut avouer qu'ils ont été balèzes. Sur le générique, ils ont fait un truc très très fidèle à la série. Ça, y a pas de souci. De la glace n'est le fer. Je n'ai trouvé aucun champignon. Jour 12. Alors, utilisez ZQSD pour bouger. Voilà, assurez-vous d'avoir fait Alt Maj et la souris. Ça c'est bien. En fait, c'est la TTG Trap Team, à mon avis, qui ont rajouté ça pour leur dire n'oubliez pas de faire Alt Shift pour passer au clavier français, parce que non seulement il n'y a pas les sous-titres français chez Steam, mais en plus, ils configurent ça pour du clavier QWERTY. Salut cochon. Bonjour. Non? Bon, ok. Oh, du chien.
Lord. Fresh.
Tiens, une barrière, un arbre, un sapin, un rocher. Voilà, c'est du jeu très contemplatif, hein. Je pense que c'était pour ça que je m'étais un peu ennuyé. Voilà, cochon mort. Ah, j'ai pas eu le temps de cliquer dessus. Ok. Je peux pas... Tu veux pas que je revoie le cochon? Non, il s'en fout. Ok. Un chariot perdu au bord de la route. Comment on fait pour courir déjà? Alors en fait il court pas, il trottine, regardez. Vitesse de marche, vitesse de course. Vitesse de marche, vitesse de course. Ouh là là, ouh caca, ouh là là.
That's father's car.
Non mais Riolet, ça fait 3 fois que tu dis ça, je l'ai déjà fini le premier épisode. Hein. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Faut que j'avance de chemin comme ça. Coucou hibou. Coucou. Ce cochon est un complotiste. D'accord.
Move along, boy. There's
Salut.
nothing for you here.
Ce cochon était de ma famille.
I said move on.
I'm going to kill you.
Here we are,
Is
born
that
to
so?
be king.
You can try if you like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon he like a proper lordly sword like that.
Merde. Fuck.
No. I'll have that sword, boy.
Come and get it,
you bastard.
Ah, bon. Ça commence pas fort.
Finish this fucking pig.
Bon, mais c'est bon, t'as l'épée.
Pathetic.
Comment dire? Est-ce qu'il n'y aurait pas une banane sinon? Ah, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Oh oh! Ah ah! J'ai cru qu'il se curait l'oreille. Raté! Et raté! Spear! Ah! Oh putain, pourquoi toujours la jambe? Ah oui, c'était con comme idée. Merde.
Mercy. Please.
Mercy.
I beg of you. I have a family. They'll never survive without me. I have no quarrel with you.
Allez, je t'accorde la grâce. Parce que t'as une jolie barbe.
Thank you.
Par contre, tu vas te faire tuer par ton clan, hein, je tiens à le dire.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this.
Ah, il fuit!
That much I
Ah, il fuit, le lâche! Ah, le lâche, il fuit! Oui, c'est un gars qui a une coupe au bol, ça. Coupe au bol, c'est un signe de traîtresse, quoi.
Father?
Garrett, you survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid.
Oula, elle fait une sieste? Non?
I tried to stop them.
Ok, ma famille a été tuée, mon clan aussi, c'est trop cool.
I'll kill the men who did this.
Putain, ça fait mal de vivre sans ma jambe.
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
Putain, il m'a vu de loin, le mec.
Garrett!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
Two Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton.
Michael Bolton?
They killed my family. And for what? My sister, she was only 8 years old.
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg. Your
Ah non, je coupe
justice
encore
was
plus.
swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you.
They attacked me. I had no choice but to defend myself.
Of course. And we
pas moi
can't
qui ai
let the
sorti l'épée,
Whitehills
hein.
just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection.
Cool. C'est pas dégueulasse du tout.
Would you?
Alors... Ah, j'y arrive pas. Yummy!
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Well, what do we do now?
The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now. Although he is young, and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not his son Roderick. Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
That's not how it happened. Roderick had already fallen.
Although I'd imagine Lord Forrester would sacrifice himself to save anyone from his house, high or low. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on
C'est
my
dégueulasse
leg.
de sentir les verres bouger dans la jambe, quoi.
Go on. Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
Si tu le dis. Alors, ça c'est une chaise. Ok, jusque-là on est bon. Je vais voir si c'est bien du bois. Merci Forest. Et bienvenue. Ok, donc il a vu que c'était une chaise. Jusque-là, il est resté très stoïque.
The Ironwood Grove.
Et du coup, il est allé à la chaise, il a pas lâché un mot. On va tout regarder.
An ironwood shield.
The strongest wood in the known world.
Après ma bite. Ok, désolé.
You seem to be favoring it.
Merci
Always sad
Noroniac.
to see a warrior lose a
Bienvenue
leg.
dans la team.
I'm fine. Maester will take...
Ou bienvenue là. Oula, il y a là toute la famille. Est-ce que je vais tous me le faire? Donc ça c'est Monsieur Forrester qui est mort, qui nous a dit de partir avec l'épée. Ça c'est Roderick qui est mort sous le cheval. Qui c'est lui? Asher, ok. Talia et Ethan, ce sont les jumeaux il me semble. Ça c'est la maman. Non, ça c'est la maman, Lady Forrester. La grande sœur. Et Ryan. Ryan. Je suis désolé, je vais pas le regarder parce que j'ai peur que ça fasse super long. À moins que vous vouliez que je lise
I may be mistaken.
la description
You do
des
seem able
persos,
to-
parce qu'il me semble qu'il y a une espèce de codex qui s'appelle codex d'ailleurs. Voilà. Si vous voulez que je lise ça, comme j'avais fait pour Wolf Among Us, vous me le dites et on parle là-dedans dans les joyeusetés. Je vous regarde dans le chat du live Twitch, mais bien sûr, si j'arrive à poster la vidéo sur YouTube, n'hésitez pas à dire dans les commentaires si vous aimez quand je fais de la découverte de codex, des choses comme ça. Philibert bite en bois. Merci Gigi. Là on peut pas y aller. Ah, caca. Ah, caca. Là y a rien. Je vais le toucher.
Rather cute little creatures, aren't they?
Non.
I guess.
Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Génial pour mon pot-au-feu.
This might help.
Hop, dans le cul. Tiens, ça aussi, on sait jamais. Le saut, je peux plus parler au maître lorsque vous avez fini d'explorer les alentours. Oui. Je vais lui montrer l'épée. T'as vu ma grosse épée? Wow.
It's a good thing you've done, bringing that back to House Forrester. By right, that belongs to Lord Ethan now. That sword has been handed down through 50 generations of Forresters.
Ok, c'était super bien. Donc je vais lui parler.
I'll admit. Did your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Who is the new Lord of House Forrester?
Why, Ethan, of course.
Ah, pas Ixan,
At the
merde.
Citadel, I swore an oath to serve whichever noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question. Under normal circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forrester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a squire, if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing
Il
his...
fait caca.
Why do the Whitehills hate the Forresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family...
La tienne aussi, hein.
So sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on.
Qui, moi ou elle?
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know. Whatever you can recall.
He was a hero, my lady. The bravest man on the battlefield by far.
Yet he was unable to save his own son.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion. But if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
He fought valiantly, my lady.
Of course he did. He was House Forrester's best.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last to see my husband alive.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember.
He asked me to return this.
Il me semble qu'il a dit de donner le signal du bosquet seulement à Duncan.
With his family.
Thank you, Garrett.
Of course.
Donc je pense que je dois pas lui dire.
It demands a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the Whitehills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
Ah, mon pénis!
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much, I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
If not now, when?
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
And what would you have us do? Nothing?
I would have us use our heads while they're still attached to our shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him. So, what's to be done?
C'est pas à vous de décider.
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty. But now, this. I'll accuse you of murder, and us of protecting you.
The boy was just defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
Fuck the Boltons. One of their men killed my family.
Aye. You'll say it was justice. They'll say it was murder. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need to put us to the torch and kill us all.
I'd like to see them try.
I'm afraid it's a risk we cannot take. Which is why you cannot stay.
Cannot stay? Duncan?
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
You're sending him to the wall? The boy's done nothing wrong!
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution.
Ouais, je vais aller voir Jon
I'll
Snow.
do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food.
It's amazing.
We haven't much time. The White Hills will come looking for you.
Comme il a disparu, quoi, ce vieux bug.
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart if given a chance. I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
J'ai pété.
Lord Forrester asked me to give you a message. He said, the North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett. I need to know the truth.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you. From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help. Iron from ice.
Iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
Allez, pouliche. Merci Albator. Il part comme ça, sans pactage, sans rien, au mur du Nord, quoi. J'ai pas trop le choix. Le problème, c'est qu'il se passe pas trop grand-chose, là, depuis le
Be
début.
safe.
Enfin, je peux pas faire grand-chose, voilà, c'est ça que je voulais dire. En termes d'action, là, c'est vraiment, je choisis des bouts de texte et un avant-guingant, mais bon. I'm a poor lonesome cowboy. Allez, j'essaye d'être un petit peu plus ouvert d'esprit quand même. Que la première fois que j'ai fait cet épisode où j'ai complètement trashé, quoi. Allez.
Ethan!
Jason!
I couldn't find him. Could you?
Hop, excusez-moi un instant. Voilà, que je bannisse un bot caca. Comment on fait? Voilà. Qu'est-ce que je voulais régler aussi? Je me rappelle plus, il y avait un truc que je voulais régler, je ne me souviens plus. C'est pas grave, on repart dans le jeu.
He hides too well, and if he was smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore.
Ah, la rageuse!
Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
You found me! Well done, Ryan. Don't worry.
Alors, la première fois que j'avais joué avec Ethan, Ethan en fait, j'avais fait que c'était un trou du cul. Je vais essayer de faire autre chose, là. De changer un peu.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
He'll be fine. Garrett is smart.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself.
He doesn't know me, or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know, but I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword, like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Yeah. Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then, well,
Depuis que tu es né, voilà.
Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I promise, I won't change.
Good, because I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say.
Je peux aller à la poste
I can
un
have all the
lundi.
things I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Alors attendez, je vais poser le jeu 2 secondes. Dans le chat, Lily Mizuki, tu arrêtes de regarder ce live et tu vas faire tes devoirs. Merci bien. Sinon, je te banne. Voilà. Allez, on reprend le jeu.
Matter? Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were Lord, I would command Ethan to stay. With his family.
Ah, putain.
Lord Whitehill is a mean old
C'est moi le
man
patron, là.
anyways.
I might remind you, Sir Royland, I'm the new Lord of House Forrester, not you.
Bitch.
Of course, my lord.
Maintenant, suce-moi la bite.
You should go. It's what must be done.
Fine, let's be done with it.
Voilà, j'ai un petit peu remis à sa place parce que là, ça partait un peu dans tous les sens, hein, mais gentiment. Oui, tu peux faire tes devoirs en regardant le live, mais si la prochaine fois tu ramènes une mauvaise note, je te banne. Voilà.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you said you were the Lord. Now prove it.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
What should I say to him?
Tell him and his men to leave.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
Non mais je connais les Bolton, hein. J'ai pas envie de me faire éplucher comme une patate, donc ils sont plus nombreux, ils sont plus forts. Voilà, voilà. Putain qu'il est moche.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
Ah.
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Ok, changement de temps
I've been
dessus.
waiting for this day all my life.
My father died a hero, fighting for the North against traitors and oath-breakers.
Aye, and look where that got him. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies.
Fetch Lord Whitehill some bread and salt. It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill. I promise it won't happen again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the North now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye, and we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
We all serve House Bolton now.
Putain mais dans la panique c'est chaud quoi.
Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Bonne question. Du pain.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan?
Ben,
He
vous
acted
avez
in
tué sa
your
famille.
name. And you are the Lord of this house.
Your men attacked and drew first blood. They murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. Soldiers were
toi
the
t'en as
order
perdu
of
qu'un
their
seul.
type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it.
En fait, le mec il est tout vénère, quoi que je réponde, il s'énerve donc.
Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
On ne pointe pas du doigt.
What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
Thank you for coming, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here.
Bon, avouez, je l'ai joué relativement poli et fair play. Hein.
Then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Non, on lui fait un lino jutsu là.
Do your worst, you bastard.
C'est limite Eric Cartman, ce mec.
You must find your voice, my lord. Your enemies will interpret your silence as a sign of weakness.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still.
Oh, je les emmerde, les paysans bretons.
Arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once. Your sister can help us. Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Allez, c'est parti. Phase exploration. Je faisais une référence à Camelot, bande de nazes.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. Ethan made this for me. It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me.
C'est pour ça que je l'ai peiné dans un coffre.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Ok, qu'est-ce que je peux faire ici? Attention, elle va marcher. Oh caca, oh caca. Quelqu'un a du bras zéro à charbon, tout ce que je peux faire c'est regarder. Bon, on va regarder quand même, on sait jamais. Il y a peut-être un one-up à l'intérieur. C'est du charbon. Alors, allez bouge. Je peux rien faire. Oh caca, oh caca. Gros livre poussiéreux.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Les textures ont vraiment du mal, quoi. Non, la fenêtre, je m'en fous. Putain, mais il y a des lettres de partout, là.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope. And can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Oui. Attention. Run.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Ouais, casse-toi.
Later would be best.
Of course.
Je suis désolé, j'ai pas pu m'en empêcher, quoi. Game over.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Il y a un gamin qui pleure dans le couloir, faites pas gaffe.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course. And I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside.
Mais quelqu'un qui joue à ce jeu sans avoir lu un bouquin ou regarder la série doit être paumé, quoi. À moins de passer la journée à lire le codex. Et encore.
She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
On va la jouer low profile.
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Open the gate!
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
You can do this.
Just do it! Donc là j'appuie sur avant. C'est génial. Pendant que l'abbé Pierre se tient sur le côté et qu'il attend et en garde de Oblivion. De la citadelle. Coucou.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Sale pute.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
La reine est contente.
Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl.
Okay.
Is your family loyal to the king?
Mais complètement!
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Oh oui, complètement. Oh oui là là, ouh là là,
Yes,
ouh
Your
là, c'est des
Grace.
gros traîtres.
They are traitors.
Là, je pense à mon cul, hein, parce que je suis en territoire
Starks were
ennemi.
your
Donc,
liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily. I take it this is the kind of loyalty the king can expect from you, if you have any loyalty at all.
Merde.
Is your house
peux en partir?
willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is, and I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned, but now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks.
C'est la Macarena en 2015.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
She was just following her heart, Your Grace.
And the very same heart so quickly led her to my son.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person who you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
would... Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants.
No.
Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Ok, j'ai réussi à mettre les deux à dos. Bien joué.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. No doubt Lady Marjorie will forgive you. Eventually. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It didn't go very well.
I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. But at least it's over now. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back. Here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Oui, alors, sujet...
I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
Je sais pas trop.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Bon allez, on va essayer, on va bien voir. Mais je lui fais pas trop confiance, mais j'aurais pu...
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Bon, je m'en suis pas sorti trop mal sur cette session. Peut-être pouvoir sauver ma famille de Ramsay. Pas Gordon. La, 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 la. Toujours pas de champignons, semaine 28. Oui. Oh.
Seven hells.
Arrêtez de me faire des jaloux.
Let's play a little game, shall we? Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Coucou Hibou.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
À quoi ça sert que j'apparaisse en fait?
I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these Foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen. There.
Ah. Alors, comment
Hear that? I know I heard something.
Courir! Bah, quoi?
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Ok, j'avais appuyé sur courir, apparemment il a pas pris mon truc et c'est pas plus mal. Ok, c'est un fail win, je sais pas comment on peut qualifier ça. Ouais, je vais pouvoir aller voir le mec. Sauvé par le fail. Alors là, en fait, je peux juste appuyer sur avant. Je n'ai rien d'autre à faire, vous voyez, c'est trop l'attention. Hop, je m'arrête. Et je repars. Un film. Voilà. Coucou.
Bloody hell.
Oh mon dieu, il a une moustache.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
I want to be like that, like my father.
Your father was well regarded by nearly everyone. It took years, if not decades, to earn. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move!
Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan. Miss.
Why did you kick this man?
C'est vrai, il lui dit avance et puis après il le fait tomber.
This house is doomed!
Calme-toi.
We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief.
Merci,
Eric
Autorax.
was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
You stole from us.
I feared for my life. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
He's
true.
right. I've a family to feed. And not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of
Merci,
bread and
Tabasco.
wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Il lui a donné du pain.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord.
Bien.
Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
The men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the wall.
Putain, au mur, ce sera... Ouais, je crois que je vais envoyer au mur. C'est déjà assez cruel comme ça.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall.
Bitch.
Take his fingers, thief!
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. Will be an injustice.
T'as volé. T'as volé, mon gros coco.
Please, my lord. My family depends on me.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch.
No! Please, my lord! My family, without me, they'll die!
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course.
Maester, what do you think?
Me?
Yes. Did I do what's right?
The wall seems like a fitting place for a thief. I only hope he doesn't find Garrett there and take his anger out on the poor squire. You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side.
Je peux avoir Chuck Norris?
Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom.
Who do you think I should choose?
There are two capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly.
Un qui a une face de gentil et qui prend des décisions de gentil, et un qui a une tête de méchant.
Solicit the
Décision de
opinion of
méchant.
people close to you.
Des personnages complexes, quoi.
Here, the bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office.
Plus 3 en
Tonight
attaque.
is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Ouais, ils font les timides, c'est mignon. Alors, je vais juste me permettre une micro-pause, les enfants. Je reviens dans à peu près 2 minutes. Je pars vraiment pas longtemps. Donc, à tout de suite. Et me revoilà, je vous avais dit que je partirais pas bien longtemps. Donc voilà. Enfin, pour ceux qui ont raté, vous inquiétez pas, je vais essayer de trouver le moyen. Je sais que Twitch a une fonction d'export en fait. Vous pouvez choisir, vous pouvez fragmenter votre live pour l'envoyer sur votre chaîne YouTube après. Chose que je ferai pour ceux qui auraient envie de le voir ou ceux qui sont tout simplement pas là aussi. Voilà. Donc vous inquiétez pas, je me pencherai là-dessus quand j'aurai l'occasion, et puis ça apparaîtra assez vite dans la semaine, quoi. Allez, on est reparti dans le jeu, du coup. Laisse pas reprendre le jeu. Est-ce que tout est bon, là? Tout est bon, tout est revenu, je crois. Je crois. Blablabla, blablabla. Oui, ça a l'air bon. Allez, on reprend le jeu. Alors, je peux me regarder, c'est génial. C'est pas ça que je vais faire. Ben non, je vais pas aller lui parler, je viens de lui parler. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça là-bas? La nourriture. Ah bah ok, écoute.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times.
I trust you to make the right decision.
We'll have to take food from the small folk and hope they can fend for themselves. If the house falls, they'd all be worse for it. I'll see to the arrangements, my lord.
Ben on va te parler.
Duncan.
Yes, my lord.
I have much to consider and face a difficult decision.
Perhaps I can help. Your father often sought my counsel.
Oui, il est mort.
As Lord, I must name a sentinel.
Of course. And if I may ask, who do you favor for the role? Perhaps I can share my insight. And talking can sometimes help you make a decision.
What do you think of Sir Royland? Do you trust him?
He's a fine warrior, my lord. But he's nowhere near ready to serve as sentinel. I do not trust him. He's likely to lose his temper and get us all killed. And at the worst possible time.
Thank you, Duncan. I appreciate your advice.
I'm at your service, my lord.
En fait, je vais questionner l'un sur l'autre. Juste pour... qui c'est Malcolm? C'est qui Malcolm? Attends, il y a un jeu, il y a un mec qui arrive comme ça en plein milieu. Ah, mais c'est Ibrahimovic.
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
But where are you going?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. She insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. Of course I'll be gentle.
I know you will. You're good-hearted, my lord. That is your true strength.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him. Aye, Sir Royland is the man you want.
You're right. Sir Royland seems the man for the job.
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Really?
D'accord alors.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you. I saw what you did to that man. You promised me you wouldn't change, and I believed you.
Ah, ça va, j'ai été sympa, quoi.
Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What? Ethan, please. Tell me.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Non, je vais faire confiance à ma sœur plutôt qu'à Zlatan. Même si la première fois que j'ai joué, en fait, j'avais fait confiance à... J'avais pris Royland.
Sword up! Swing left! Parry! Wrong! I didn't know dogs could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. I need to name a sentinel.
Ah, you do. And it's good you came to me.
I know this house, and everyone here knows me. They know I can hold the reins, or wield the sword in equal measure. I'm the man you need. And might I remind you, it was Duncan Tuttle who sent Garrett to the wall. He undermined your quality and made you look weak to the Whitehills. I would never do that to you. And if you pardon me saying so, I think your father would be proud.
I haven't made my decision yet, but I appreciate your opinion.
So, when will you declare your decision, my lord?
Tonight, at the small council meeting.
Very good. I trust your judgment, my lord.
Come on, you dog. You'll not be fighting here forever.
Caca. Ok, c'est une herse, je suis bien content. Ok, c'était génial. Ah, il faut que je te parle toi aussi. C'est vraiment important. Je vais le nommer lui comme sentinelle.
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember. I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
You honor Roderick with this. He was a strong one.
He was. Yeah. Someday.
C'est mon imitation de Link.
But not like that one. Only
Yeah.
Lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword. I'm sure of it.
I watched you today. I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man?
Enemy.
Everyone keeps talking about them.
Rules mean nothing if we don't enforce them. It doesn't matter if he's good or bad. You can't steal. That's a rule.
Well, I say he was bad. Bad men killed Father and Roderick. They need someone to hurt them back. Even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Ok, t'es un petit psychopathe, c'est génial. Bouclier en fer gugé. Allez, cours.
Now, when I say parry, get that sword out.
Plus vite. Plus vite. Est-ce que je dois pas activer toutes les lignes de dialogue quand même pour passer à autre chose, si? Ok, ça servait à rien, c'est génial. Non mais je crois qu'il me reste le mestre à part. Octobre.
Maester?
Yes, Lord Ethan. I see you've spoken to a number of people. Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Oui.
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very
Je
well.
sais pas.
I will convene
Je
the
crois que je vais
small
prendre
council at
Duncan.
once.
Juste pour montrer à ma sœur que j'ai pas changé. C'est chaud de faire des bons choix en fait. Hein. En fait, il faut arriver à apprécier un personnage et essayer d'aller dans le sens de ce qu'il demandait. C'est pas toujours évident parce que ça paraît pas forcément logique. Voilà, j'arrive pas à m'expliquer. Mais bon, moi, pas compris, c'est pas grave.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
Toi, tu vas nous faire tuer en fait parce que tu vas aller trop au combat et toi, tu vas nous faire soumettre. Donc je vais dire Duncan, pour
Tuttle,
essayer de rester en vie,
you will
quoi.
be my sentinel.
Tuttle! This is reckless.
Non, parce qu'il faut être conscient que si on va à la guerre, on va se faire décimer, quoi. Parce que les Bolton sont 8 fois plus nombreux que nous, je parle même pas de la maison Lannister. Avec Duncan, au moins on peut essayer de négocier, au moins de ne pas se faire
What do
saccager.
you
Quoi.
have to report of Ramsay Snow?
Our scout says only a day's ride from here. We've no time to waste.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Ignore Sir Royland. You named me Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the bloody small council.
I will hear from my sentinel. Please.
Sir Royland is clearly able and ready to take up arms, but the rest of our soldiers are not. We need to take a cunning approach. Diplomacy can be a sharper instrument than a sword.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough! Maester Ortengrin has swayed me. We will offer the Boltons a share of the ironwood, and we will promise our people to harvest it, thus securing their safety.
As Sentinel and Castellan, I must warn against this. You may do this for some gain now, but in the end, it will starve this house.
If we don't, there may be no House Forrester at all.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
We could offer him the ironwood in the courtyard.
My lord, making this kind of offer outright may simply embolden Ramsay. There could be trouble, and all the house will be there to see it. Meet him in the hall. It will be more private, and he will not have an audience to play against you.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
A wise move, my lord.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong?
That's enough, Royland. Lord Ethan has given his command.
How many years have I served this house? I cannot listen to that bloody idiot anymore. Forgive me, my lord, but you are not ready to be lord of this house.
Tu dis ça parce que t'as les boules.
Get us all killed.
Merde.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall.
And we will offer the ironwood, providing a safe future for this house.
And don't worry, Lord Ethan. I will stand beside you, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house.
My lord, you have named your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house. Forgive me.
There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back.
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it.
He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use.
Moi, je suis pour faire revenir Asher.
You contemplate, and a lord needs that. But a lord also needs swords.
T'étais pas parti, toi? Parfait, merci, tyran.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester. Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Putain, mais l'épisode, il fait quoi? Il fait 2 heures, facile. Ok. Mais tu veux pas le prendre plutôt? Vole tout. Une clé étrange. Et pareil, dans le fion.
Marjorie?
Oh. Lady Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
You're sweet to offer, Sarah. Thank you.
Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever... My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Are you all right, my lady?
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
Sorry, I can't talk now.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to disturb you.
Ah, ça fait 2 fois que je l'envoie chier, lui. Ça se voit clairement que t'as aucun pouvoir, donc...
You to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family.
Non.
If you're willing to trust me.
Non, tu ne peux pas.
All sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who...
Je vois vraiment pas comment tu peux m'aider, sachant que Ramsay Bolton va arriver dans un jour, quoi.
People would be willing to help you.
Hop, il mate le cul un peu, voilà, c'est bon.
Where's Sir Royland? He should be here. The man values pride more than honor. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men stand ready to act if needed.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton. Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of the Warden of the...
Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
May I offer you bread and salt, Lord Ramsay?
I loathe bread and salt.
Ok, bien joué.
Aren't you the little lord? The Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Iron.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
Your father will appreciate it, I hope. Our ironwood is highly sought after.
My father is not so easily impressed. Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently. It seems the Foresters have a talent for something after all.
Lord Ramsay, we have another gift. We'd like to offer to your father. There are several ironwood groves along the borders of our land, all producing tall, strong trees. We'd like to give your father 2 of these groves in tribute.
Give him? He is your warden. What's yours is already his. Look at that. More Foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
We really must focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
My lord.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it? Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. And I care even less about a bunch of trees on some far-off hill. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
No, Lord Ramsay.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in
Vous êtes à cheval
my
sur ça, hein?
father's army. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What? The ironwood? But...
That is our livelihood.
Then you'd better well find another fucking job.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
The Whitehills had ironwood, once, but now those hills are bare.
Hence the name, of course.
They know nothing of how to cultivate the forest.
Look at their sigil, my lord. A barren hill.
Do you want ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath? That we cannot abide. Ethan!
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
Whitehill men? Never.
It's
C'est
already
pas ce que je
done.
voulais dire. Ok, bon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
Et il est à l'intérieur. C'est Griff indoor.
Whitehills have no place here.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Duncan, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Oh, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Leave my sister alone!
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go!
She's quite pretty, your sister.
My lord, if you want a hostage, take me.
What?
I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the brave lord?
What have you done?
But I don't want brave lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan! Ethan! No! No!
Even though you did bend the knee. I think we've come to an understanding.
Lord Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
What have you done?
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain. Take the boy as your lord.
No!
Kill him. If they give you any trouble.
Brian!
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him! Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this on to self.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let them take me!
Let it go!
Stop them! Please! Ryan, please!
Stop it!
Remember Ryan! Do something!
My son.
Ah ouais. Bon, là, disons que c'est beaucoup plus intéressant maintenant que j'ai essayé de rendre les personnages un peu plus humains, que j'ai pas joué comme un con. Du coup, là, ça fait chier que Ethan meure, effectivement. Mais dans la fois précédente où j'avais joué, j'en avais fait un vrai con et il meurt quand même. Mais là, c'est quand même plus
Ethan
effectif.
sacrificed himself
Et on regarde
for
le
us
trailer
all.
pour la prochaine fois.
He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader. Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again, our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Alors, voyons. Moi et 64% des joueurs sont restés avec Bowen, donc ok. Moi et 64% des joueurs ont juré loyauté au roi, d'accord. Seulement 36% des gens ont envoyé le voleur au mur. Bon, parce qu'il y avait soit lui accorder la grâce, soit lui couper des doigts. Je pense que la grâce, ça m'aurait fait apparaître faible, et couper des doigts, c'est un peu brutal, quoi qu'envoyer au mur, c'est peut-être un peu la merde aussi. Moi et 68% des joueurs ont choisi Duncan en sentinelle, oui. Alors que la première fois que j'avais joué, j'avais pris Royland, mais justement parce que je voulais jouer comme un connard, mais bon. Là, Duncan me paraît, c'est plus sûr. Et 49% des joueurs ont rencontré Ramsay dans le hall, en fait. Okay. Voilà, donc là je coupe la musique hein, parce que sinon il va m'arriver des problèmes encore plus. De toute façon, je pense que je vais me prendre un strike. Enfin, ils vont me couper le son peut-être ou me démonétiser la vidéo, c'est pas bien grave. Donc, ben là pour le live Twitch, on va s'arrêter là. N'hésitez pas bien sûr à vous abonner à la chaîne Twitch et à la chaîne YouTube. C'est Satpanda Show, il me semble. De toute façon sur YouTube vous verrez bien ce que je dis, vous serez sur la chaîne bande de patates, hein, je vais essayer d'envoyer ça sur YouTube assez vite pour les gens qui n'ont pas pu assister à tout le truc, à découper ça en 2 ou 3 épisodes, et n'hésitez pas à me suivre sur Twitter pour savoir quand je ferai les prochains lives, pour qu'on aille faire l'épisode 2 avec Jean Neige, qui est là, regardez il a un nez de clown. Donc voilà, donc c'est fini pour ce live d'aujourd'hui, sur le jeu de trône. Merci d'être venu, c'était sympa, et puis je vous souhaite une bonne soirée, et voilà. Au revoir.